Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the 117th installment of what I like to call What I Eat Wednesdays, where we take a look at some of those What I Eat in a Day as a Fat Person videos on TikTok. Thank you for joining me on What I Eat Wednesdays, a series that doesn't always get a lot of love. If you would like to support the channel and become one of my fellow cynics, please consider joining channel memberships today. You'll get a badge next to your name, access to custom emojis, as well as top priority in my comments. A join button is below, as well as a join link in the description of this video. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache. What I eat in a day as a fat person who eats whatever they want. I wish I could be so free. Diet culture's holding me back. You're such a rebel. Okay, we're doing that weird little thing where we stare at the camera, walk up slowly, picture frame our face. Oh no. Went to a local farm tea room for breakfast. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh God, no. Please God, no. An iced vanilla latte. And then what is that? Some kind of decorative summer squash, you crazy bastard? I'm guessing you didn't eat the squash, right? A little bit of milkshake first thing in the morning with a splash of coffee. All right, and then we had some roasted tomato quiche and salad. Ooh, I like a good quiche. Meds reminder. Okay, we always include that in our What I Eat in a Day video for some reason. Picky plate. Oh boy. What do we got here? We've got carrots, grapes, cheese, sausage, chips, sour cream and salsa? Is that what the hell's going on right there? Ah, the old classic carrot, grapes, meat, cheese, and chips. Okay. Oh, wait. Is that ranch with some ketchup mixed into it? Oh, wait. They dipped a carrot in there, right? Okay, so I want to think that that's ranch. But that red stuff in there, I don't know what to think. I'm scared. Okay, you appeared to only dip the carrot into that. They often do a little dance when they eat. Half of this millionaire's shortbread. What the hell, that's what they call that? More like a million blood sugar spikes straight to the dome piece. What is that, some sort of graham cracker crust with caramel on top and chocolate on top of that? It looks tasty, but, you know, we probably shouldn't be eating this. That was very gooey. A homemade crunch wrap. Those seem to be all the rage. Alright, so we've got tortilla. I think there's ground beef in there and some lettuce. Hard to tell entirely. Okay, I'll assume that that's what it is. Apple pie and custard? What the heck? I've never seen somebody put custard on apple pie. Something about that is very unhinged. Love you, bye. Alright, love you too, bye. Let's take a look at that one and add it up. Alright, so you started the day off with a blood sugar spike straight to the dome piece via an iced vanilla latte. I call that a milkshake with a splash of coffee. After that, you had a tomato quiche and a salad, and then later on you decided to have a picky plate, which consisted of carrots, grapes, cheese, meat, and chips. After that, you had Millionaire's shortbread, which was some kind of graham cracker caramel chocolate abomination. Later on into the evening, for what was presumably dinner, you decided to have a homemade crunch wrap. That didn't seem too bad. And then you wrapped up the evening by having some apple pie with custard. Alright, after much deliberation, I have come to a decision. I'm gonna give this one a 3 out of 10. That wasn't too bad, but it was definitely a little heavy on the sweets. To increase your score, I would recommend not starting your day off with an iced vanilla latte. If you want to have a coffee, I would recommend having it black so you don't start the day off with a blood sugar spike straight to the dome piece. I would have an additional protein source alongside that tomato quiche. Carrot, grapes, cheese, meat, chips thing is not too bad. I would ditch the Millionaire shortbread. Homemade crunch wrap wasn't too bad. I don't know if I saw enough vegetables on the side or enough protein. And I would ditch the apple pie with custard. Next.
Here's what I eat in a day as a happy fat woman who's also trying to get over a cold, who's also a professional musician. So,
oh, I didn't know you were a professional musician.
All summer I've been working like crazy, and the second I take a break, that's when I get sick. So I started the day
Well, quit taking breaks then.
off with some throat coat tea and a ton of honey, and then I needed to get these perfect little egg muffins with mushrooms in it. They're literally my favorite thing in the world. You can
Egg muffins with mushrooms in it? That does sound good, but how many carbs are in there? Let me see what we got here. Veggies made great. Mushrooms and cheese egg white. Okay. It sounds weird calling those a muffin.
muffins with mushrooms in it. They're literally my favorite thing in the world. You can get them at Target. I had a little elderberry
I can get them at Target. Okay.
sucker before our first concert, and then afterwards we had lunch, and it was a little bit of a smorgasbord today. I think lunch is my favorite meal because you really can just have whatever you have in the fridge. You need to make sure that
I often have leftovers for lunch myself. It'll be the meat from yesterday's dinner or whatever, but now turned into a burrito or a sandwich.
cheese wasn't poisonous, and then I put a little half slice of pizza in.
I also taste things to make sure it's not poison. Usually good tasting things that belong to other people. You guys ever do that? You're like, let me make sure that that's not poison. Here, let me see. All right, you may have this, and then you give it back to the person. Anybody else do that or just me? I'm the only habitual line stepper here. You do that with your kids all the time. When there's some kind of food, you're like, hey, let me make sure that's not poison so you can try a bite of it. I only seem to be concerned with things not being poison when it's some sort of sweets or some sort of crap that I normally wouldn't be eating.
And then I put a little half slice of pizza in the oven, put a little pasta in the microwave. I always eat
Pizza and pasta.
in the microwave. I always heat up my food with little angel numbers. So that was lunch.
You heat up your food with little angel numbers, and then it was all ones? How are those angel numbers? Angel numbers. Okay, that's what we're calling the number one now. I've heard stuff about the number one, like if you keep seeing the number one on the clock, that's some kind of synchronicity, but I've never heard of it referred to as angel numbers. Because there weren't enough carbs in the pizza alone, here comes pasta.
A mushroom slice, and then protein pasta with a little vegetarian bolognese.
Dude, I am not buying these protein pasta shenanigans, okay?
Some Cheez-Its with a side of Drag Race. My stomach.
How many calories are in that Drag Race? I don't know if I spelled that right. Everything has to be spelled wacky because it's a brand name, you know? If you had spelled Cheez-Its with a traditional S instead of a Z, that's 10% less zany, and I don't know if I want to buy such a non-zany product, you know what I mean? Like, is it even fun if the word cheese is properly spelled? I think that it is not.
Has been fucked up from all the over-counter medicine that I've been using, so I've been using Bloom a lot, which really helps just settle my stomach. My partner had
Bloom is some sort of like electrolyte drink, or it's got micronutrients in it or something along that. I also have one of those little mixy deals like she's using right here. You see that?
Bloom a lot.
That is really good for whipping up milk to make a latte, dude.
Which really helps just settle my stomach. My partner has been feeling the best either, so we got some Shah's Halal for dinner. I got the falafel over rice with...
So you guys weren't feeling good, so you decided to eat out? Do you think that will make you feel better? Or is it supposed to have that much sauce on it? I know I've talked about this briefly before, but a falafel is a deep-fried ball or patty-shaped fritter of Egyptian origin. So it's some kind of deep-fried dough patty, and this one is put over rice. So carbs on top of carbs.
Chickpeas, hummus, cucumbers, tomatoes, onions, and
Cucumber, tomatoes, onions.
an extra white sauce, obviously. We ate
What is that white sauce?
dinner so early for us, which I was so excited for. Please enjoy this show. Normally
You were so excited to eat dinner early? Okay. Honestly, I kind of like when dinner's done early, too.
Eat dinner around like 9:30, 10, and so trying to eat dinner around 7 is a stretch for us, but
You normally eat dinner at 9:30 or 10? What time do you go to bed?
we got it done. Took a wee shower, and then I had a little trio cheesecake.
Oh, those little cheesecakes like they have at the grocery store? Oh, man, get it away from me. That looks like it's from one of those little cheesecake sampler platters. Oh, my God, get it away from me. There's like 6 little cheesecakes, and you're like, oh, I'll just try a little nibble of each one. Next thing you know, you're laying next to an empty container of cheesecake with tears running down your face. You're like, I only meant to try a little bite. Next thing you know, there's like chocolate smears all over your face, and you're just laying down, crying in the corner, like, what happened? I was just gonna have a couple little nibbles. Get it away from me! Don't fall for small little tasty treats, because your stupid human brain is like, that is small. It cannot make me big. No way. But you will eat a ridiculous amount of it. Oh, and they got those wacky ones that have like Oreos and crap on it. It's not even a cheesecake.
Dessert, each of them with a little dance. First up, chocolate cheesecake with
Each of them with a little dance? What's that now? What? How high are we getting off this food?
dessert, each of them with a little dance. First up, chocolate cheesecake with chocolate graham cracker. It's a little yes.
Okay. We're getting pretty high off this food, okay?
Next, a little classic cheesecake.
Oh my God, take it easy, dude. How high are you getting
And
off of this?
finally, an Oreo cheesecake.
Okay. I do appreciate the honesty of this. You're like, yeah, I'm eating this sweet stuff and I'm enjoying it. If you don't like it, go fuck yourself. I respect that. She's basically putting her middle finger in my face. She's like, yeah, I like this cheesecake. It's good. What of it? All right. Okay, I respect it. All right, so that cheesecake was so good that she started scatting halfway through. She's like, skiddly wheat and bebop bop a doodle doodle bop 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 da like. Let's take a look at that one and add it up. All right, so you started the day off with some tea and honey. I wouldn't recommend starting the day off with any sort of sweets, of course. I'm like a broken record over here. After that, you had some sort of mushroom, cheese, egg white muffin thing. I have no idea what the macros were like on that. I'm guessing there was some kind of carbs in there, but hopefully it was very protein heavy. After that, you decided to have a sucker. And then a little further on, you had some pizza and pasta together at last. After that, you had some Cheez-Its, and your stomach started getting upset, so you had a little bit of green drink. And then for dinner, you decided to have some falafel over rice that had some cucumbers, tomatoes, and onions. Later on into the evening, we decided to have some dessert by having 3 cheesecake slices. All right, after much deliberation, I have come to a decision. I'm gonna give this one a 2 out of 10. To increase your score, I would recommend not starting the day off with any sort of sweets. Maybe those mushroom, cheese, and egg muffins were okay. I don't know. I didn't get to look at the macros on that to see how many carbs it had. I would ditch the sucker. I would ditch the pizza and pasta. Maybe have one of those, but with a bunch of protein on the side. I would ditch the Cheez-Its. I would ditch the green drink and any sort of green drinks. I wouldn't be trying to get any of my nutrients from that. I would ditch the falafel over rice, and I would ditch the 3 cheesecake slices. Instead, substitute all of that for simple home-cooked meals with a heavier focus on protein, less carbs, and some fruit or veg with each meal. Next.
Hi guys, welcome back to another What I Eat in a Day. Remember, I'm fat and I don't eat healthy.
Hi Diamond, welcome back to another episode of What I Eat in a Day as a Fat Person, where I review TikToks that have been uploaded under that same hashtag. How are you? Oh, I know you're not starting the day off with pizza, Diamond. Oh my goodness. Do you have a little name tag that says Diamond right there and you're wearing some scrubs? Is this from your day job, dude, and they actually call you Diamond over there?
Today I didn't have anything for breakfast, but for lunch I had some pizza. Doctor that I work for has been on vacation for the past 2 weeks, so we've had a replacement doctor, and today was that replacement doctor's last day.
Okay, so you are at your job and they do refer to you as Diamond. Okay, that's cool.
He was so nice and decided to treat us to some pizza, so I had a slice of Hawaiian and a slice of pepperoni.
I might get a lot of backlash for this, but I like Hawaiian pizza. I also like all kinds of other pizzas too, though, so I'm not like married to it or anything.
The pepperoni was thin crust and it was super stinking good.
The cool thing about a thin crust is if you do it right, you can put a ton of protein on it and you have less carbs because the crust is thin, so We can make it not too egregious.
Tonight for dinner, I made some creamy carbonara bulldog ramen. I didn't film most of the process of me making the ramen, but I made it with some milk, cheese, and then I added a soft boiled egg, some crispy sausage, and a drizzle of lemon. Today's question is for all of my cat parents. So if you're really listening to this video right now, do me a favor, go to the comments and 1, let me know if you have cats. 2, let
I used to.
me know how old they are. 3, let me know what color they are. And 4, let me know their name.
I used to have a cat. His name was Kush. And he was great. I also had another cat who was orange, and his name was Jimmy.
I have an obsession with cats and learning their names, so I'm super excited to see all of my cat parents shine in the comments. I was still a little hungry after.
I love how wacky cats are. I love their personalities. I love to play with them and stuff, but they are just far too destructive, man. Like, cats that I've had in the past would chew up all the wires and stuff behind the TV, behind the computer. I had a cat electrocute himself chewing through some wire. He survived, but he's like, and then like, he still went and kept doing it. I've had a cat run and jump on the curtain like this and just like grab onto it with his claws, and then he's just looking back at me like, you see this shit? And I'm just like, dude, I don't think I can have cats anymore. I've heard people say their dogs are destructive and they tore up their whole house and all this stuff. Knock on wood, my dogs have never done anything like that. The most they've done is pee and poo on the floor sometimes. I used to be a cat guy. Now I'm a dog guy. Still love cats, but I don't want them destroying my house.
I had that ramen. I had it like at 4 p.m., so it was a little early for me.
What do we got here? A little sausage burrito situation type deal? All right, all right.
So for dinner part 2, I'm having a sausage wrap with a ton of mustard.
Is ton one word or two? I always mess that up.
But like I always tell y'all, that's enough about me. What did you eat today? Let me know in the comments. Bye.
Bye. What did I eat today? I'm just having a black coffee with a dash of misery. Let's take a look at that one and add it up. Alright, so you started the day off with the breakfast of champions. Just kidding, you had some pizza. It was not at breakfast time though, this happened around lunch. And then you had some ramen, to which you added some egg, cheese, and crispy sausage. Alright, we have increased the protein content of that ramen significantly by adding those 3 things, so that's pretty good. And then for dinner, you had a sausage wrap with a ton of mustard. Alright, after much deliberation, I have come to a decision. I'm gonna give this one a 3 out of 10. Alright, I was having a hard time scoring that one. I gave one a 3 earlier, and I was trying to determine whether or not I think this one is better or worse. To increase your score, I would recommend starting your day off with not pizza. Instead, have a heavy focus on protein, as I always say. The ramen, egg, cheese, crispy sausage thing seemed okay. I would have some fruit or veg on the side. The sausage wrap thing also seemed fairly alright. I would have some veg on the side. A couple of the meals had a good amount of protein, but there's no fruit or veg at all in this day, and you started it off with pizza, so it was hard to come up with a score for that one. So what do you think of my scores? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave a comment below. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.